Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You'll see me in just a moment, but right now I want you to have your workbook open to page 68, and we're going to say this list of reviewing the words that are prepositions. I know you've been listening to your song, and I encourage you to keep listening to it several times per day in order to memorize these most commonly used prepositions. But let's just say them together from this list here. Put your eyes on your finger. We're going to go across each line until we get to the bottom. Ready, begin. Aboard, about, above, across, after, against, along, among, around, at, before, behind, below, beneath, beside, between, beyond, by, down, during, except, for, from, inside, in, into, near, of, off, on, out, outside, over, past, since, through, throughout, to, toward, under, up, until, upon, with, within, without, underneath. Whew! That's exhausting, but let's learn it a little bit today. We're going to learn how to recognize which things in a sentence might be prepositional phrases. We're going to look at these sentences right here. I want you to take out a pencil. I have them a little bigger right here on my piece of paper, and I want you to look at them. We're going to read the sentence together, and then you're going to put parentheses around the prepositional phrase. Prepositional phrase, remember, it starts with a preposition and is followed by a noun or a pronoun, which is called the object of the preposition. You've been singing that in your song. Prepositions we mark with parentheses around them. Let's see if we can figure out what this one is. Read with me, please, number 1. The green banners decorated the gate with school colors. Is there a prepositional phrase in this sentence? There is. I want you to take your pencil and I want you to mark the prepositional phrase with school colors. Whether you found it or not, that's where it is. Let's prove it. Let's ask our adverb question to see if this is an adverbial prepositional phrase answering how, when, or where. The green banners decorated the gate. How? With school colors. Prepositional phrase. With is our preposition. With what? Colors is our noun. All right, so we do have, now we can do our check. Remember our check where if we take out our preposition, does the sentence fall apart? The green banners decorated the gate, school colors. Doesn't work. So, must be a prepositional phrase. Let's see if we can find one in number 2. Read it with me. Begin. Peggy is now playing soccer with Heidi after school. See if you can find a prepositional phrase in this sentence. There are 2 of them. I'll give you a moment. Peggy is now playing soccer with Heidi after school. There's 2. When? After school. How? With Heidi. How's she playing it? With Heidi. All right. Let's check and make sure if we were to take out our prepositions, the first words in the prepositional phrase, would it fall apart? Peggy is now playing soccer, Heidi, school. Ooh, that doesn't work. So we know this is a prepositional phrase. 2 of them right after each other. You can do that. That's exciting. Okay, here we go. Number 3. Read it, please. The coach might run with the team tonight. See if you can find the prepositional phrase first. It is with the team. With what? With the team. Coach might run how? With the team. We don't include tonight because this is its own adverb by itself. Might run when? Tonight. With is your preposition. With what? There's the noun after the preposition, and so that is your phrase. Good, let's look at number 4. This is new to you, so I'm not expecting you to be able to pull these out on your own. I want you to just see where we put them. Ready? Begin. Unfortunately, an unforeseen storm drove them into the shelter. See if you can find the prepositional phrase. The storm drove them where? Into the shelter. Put prepositional phrase marks around that. Drove them where? Into the shelter. Into would be the preposition. Let's check and get rid of it and see what happens. Unfortunately, an unforeseen storm drove them the shelter. No, it fell apart. So you have to have it and it becomes a prepositional phrase. Wow, pretty neat. Please look at your workbook on the next page, and I'm going to scoot this camera back a little bit. Ta-da! Hi, I missed you. I was really there. You just couldn't see me. I was kind of ghostly. Whoa. Okay, we're now looking at the top here of analyzing these two sentences. We talked about this a little bit on Friday, but today you're going to get to see it in action. And I think I have everything I need. So let's start with the first one. Remember that we are doing a new start to our sentence analyzing. We are going to do our new chant in there, which says, order of analysis is phrases, clauses, principal elements, and modifiers. So we're going to do our phrases first. We're going to read the sentence and then ask if we see any prepositional phrases. Let's do that now. We ate popcorn during the movie. Are there any prepositional phrases? Yes. Order of analysis. Phrases, clauses, principal elements, and modifiers. You know this better than I do already. All right. So are there any prepositional phrases? We ate popcorn during the movie. Yes. During the movie is a prepositional phrase. Go ahead and put your prepositional phrase marks around that. Let's double check. We ate popcorn, the movie. Ha-ha. So we know we have a preposition here. This is our preposition. So put a P under the word during. Now we have to find our noun, our object of the preposition. Every preposition is followed by a noun or a pronoun. So we have to find that. During what? Movie. Object of the preposition. The. Which movie? The movie. Adjective. All right, now we're going to start again with the second part of analyzing, which is like we used to do. Now that we found our prepositional phrase, we're going to start at the beginning again and read our sentence. Begin. We ate popcorn during the movie. This is a sentence and it is declarative. This sentence is about we, so we is the subject. This sentence tells us that we ate. So ate is the predicate. It is the predicate verb because it shows action. There is no linking verb because predicate verbs do not need linking verbs. Ate what? Popcorn. Direct object because it is receiving the action of the verb. Ate when? During the movie. So from here, from the preposition, we're going to go down during the movie, adverbial element because it modifies the verb. We're going to put ADV for adverb because it's an adverbial element saying when we ate during the movie. And then below it, we're going to put PREP for preposition. This whole prepositional phrase is the adverbial element telling us when we ate. So put that on your paper right now and make sure you have both of them. The line is coming out from the preposition, nice and cleanly straight across. It is an adverbial prepositional phrase because it says when we ate. And we need to mark it as a prep, showing that it is a prepositional phrase. That's a lot. We just did it though. I'm so proud of you. This is complicated. And look at you doing complicated things. Oh, some people would say, I can't believe they're in second grade. Well, You're amazing. That's what you tell them. Let's do number 2. This one has some tricky things in it, but we're not to be tricked, so let's give it a try. Read our sentence. Some people crunched potato chips throughout it. How rude. Well, order of analysis. Phrases, clauses, principal elements, and modifiers. So start with phrases. Are there any prepositional phrases in this sentence? Yes, ma'am, you say. Throughout it, we think, is a prepositional phrase. Let's check and make sure. Drop out your preposition and see if it makes sense. Some people crunched potato chips it. Oh, it doesn't make sense. So it probably is. Do we have a preposition? Preposition, and then we ask our question. Do we have a noun or a pronoun after it? Throughout what? Throughout it. Object of the preposition. Excellent. We're done with that. We start over again by reading our sentence again. Do that with me now. Ready? Some people crunched potato chips throughout it. This is a sentence and it is declarative. This sentence is about people. Ooh, that's a spelling word. So people is the subject, people. This sentence tells us that people crunched. So crunched is our predicate. It is the predicate verb because it shows action. There is no linking verb because predicate verbs do not use linking verbs. Crunched what? Chips. So chips is the direct object because it receives the action of the verb. Crunched chips. Well, what kind of chips? Potato chips. So potato is an adjective modifying the noun. What kind of chips? Go back and find a word we haven't labeled. People. What kind of people or which people? Some people. Adjective modifying the noun people. Now we have to deal with this, ladies and gentlemen. Throughout it. Crunched when? Throughout it. Prepositional phrase. It is an adverbial element because it modifies the verb. We're going to put ADV because it's an adverbial prepositional phrase modifying the verb. Remember what we put underneath it? We have to tell that it is a prep, P-R-E-P, for prepositional phrase. This whole thing is telling us about when they crunched. Well, I don't know about you, but it makes me want to watch a movie and crunch some potato chips. Or should we rather have popcorn? Well, they're both kind of crunchy and delicious. All right, good job. One more thing before we leave this today, just to do together. Something that you're doing a lot in spelling is learning the months of the year. I would like for you to practice today doing your months of the year with just the abbreviations. A month of the year is often going to be an object of the preposition, meaning I was born in May, prepositional phrase. I like to go to school after January. After January would be a prepositional phrase. During July, we celebrate with fireworks. During July is a prepositional phrase. So oftentimes your months of the year, oftentimes, not always, are going to be an object of the preposition. So when you see those written around, I want you to notice that. I would love it if I could take my little eraser here. I have a happy eraser. Look at this. Isn't he cute? Huh? All right. I'm going to erase mine, and on the white space underneath the sentences that we just analyzed on page 69, I want you to help me write the abbreviations for the months of the year. You're going to write them in that white space, and then you're going to take a picture of it later on, and I'm going to see that you did this with me, okay? At the bottom of that page 69, we're going to write the abbreviation for January. I want you to write a capital J-A-N period. When you write an abbreviation for something, ladies and gentlemen, and you don't use all the letters in the word, you have to put a period to show that you shortened it. This is the correct shortening of the month of January. We always start with a capital letter because it's a proper name of the month. January, February would be capital F-E-B, period. Write that down. March would be M-A-R, period. April, April is A-P-R, period. Are you noticing that we usually have 3 letters? That's going to change in a minute. January, February, March, April, May, you're going to write the whole month. There is no abbreviation. Do not put a period after it because you wrote the whole thing. June does not have an abbreviation. We have to write the whole thing. June. Write it down. It's a spelling word. You should know it by now. July, again, no abbreviation. We have to write the whole thing. July. J-U-L-Y. However the next one does. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August has 3 letters and you use A-U-G, period. Put that on your paper. August. September has 4 letters. S-E-P-T. That is not true. It's S-E-P. September. October is O-C-T, first 3 letters of the month of October. Are you seeing a pattern here? Unless you have 4 or 3 letters, it's always the first 3 letters of the month. Ah, I bet you figured that out. November, then you guess what November is going to be. Yep. N-O-V. And I bet you could guess December. Go ahead and write December. The abbreviation for December would be, you're so quick. D-E-C, December. All right. Good thing to know, fun things to know. Enjoy using those about your merry life. And know that when you write the whole month in a sentence, if it's in a prepositional phrase, because it has a preposition in front of it, you can put those little phrases marks around it. Nicely done. Tomorrow we're going to do some more together. You have no more homework to do on this today except to make sure you've listened to those fun new jingles about prepositions. And I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Have a great afternoon. Bye-bye.